All right, everybody, I am joined by Miss Vivian Saliba, who I feel like we used to spend a lot of time together. There was a period there where a couple years where I think we spent, at least a week every couple months together on the circuit, and I miss you terribly.
I miss you too. Don't even mention that. Like things like ages.
It does. It seems like eternities. I was looking back through all these old photos of you and just trying to, pick the best ones. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I was there for so many of these moments. I'm like, I remember that outfit.
Oh, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. Hopefully this year, maybe. Who knows?
Yes, I am like so ready. All of the podcast audience and fans know Mama is ready to move on with her life. But for those who don't know, I'm sure most of you know, Vivian Saliba is the okay, I shouldn't say that. You shouldn't talk about how beautiful women are, but Saliba, if you're listening, I need you to know she is absolutely drop dead, stunning, gorgeous, and also sweet as can be. She's off the market, so don't get too excited, guys out there. But a fantastic PLO player, also great at No Limit Hold'em, but I think the PLO game was your sort of initial specialty, and especially as a female in that field, it's already there's not that many females in poker, but in PLO it's an even smaller number. You've had quite a lot of success in PLO and in No Limit Hold'em, and you are an 888 Poker ambassador. Now, our lives have shifted dramatically. Your life was sort of shifting anyways, I think, around the time-ish of the pandemic. You've been relatively transient, kind of all over the place. So for our listeners, our audience, catch us up a little bit on, where you are now and how you ended up there.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for your nice introduction. And so I was living out of a suitcase for 2-3 years. And I really needed to base somewhere. My boyfriend is from Europe. Most of 888 live stops are in Europe. So moving to Europe was something that made a lot of sense. I have Italian citizenship besides of the Brazilian one, so I can move to European Union. So right now I am living in Austria. No, I don't live in Vienna. Everybody's always like, oh, do you live in Vienna? No, I live in the countryside. But I moved here in the middle of the pandemic, basically when the pandemic just started. So even though I haven't experienced the whole Austrian experience and all the live scenario here that I heard is actually great. And for poker, Austria is tax-free, so this made a lot of sense. We can play .com. There are many nice things about Austria, but yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till the pandemic is over to experience it.
What made you guys choose the countryside instead of the city?
So I'm a big city girl. I love big cities. I've been to New York, I've been to London, and I love those cities. I'm originally from São Paulo, which is huge. And I thought I would love Vienna. Actually, when I was in Austria for the first time, I booked a hotel for 2 weeks in Vienna, and I was okay. I'm gonna check for apartments, and this is where I'm gonna live. When I get out of the airport, I was looking around and I was like, okay, this won't be it. I just didn't like it. Like, it wasn't at all what I was expecting. It is very expensive. In the countryside, I spend way less to have a way better quality of life. I really enjoy the nature. I have a dog, so we go to the park every day, and you can do a lot of hiking, and things are cheaper. So I really enjoy this. As I work from home, I'm playing a lot of online poker. Here, the apartment is big. In Vienna, I would have to live in a 2-bedroom apartment. It's noisy. You don't have places to park your car. Everything's expensive. So because I'm a poker player and I can work from home, I can live basically everywhere. I don't have to be in the big city for it. As I didn't like the big city so much, so it didn't make sense to move to Vienna. I like here where I am, but I may move out, maybe still this year, because I may want to go to somewhere where we have casinos, when live poker is back, because I really miss playing some live poker. So yeah, it's the first year of experience here, and I have a lot of things to try.
It's interesting. I definitely have thought a lot about you for the reason that, I think for a lot of poker players, they start online. A lot of poker players, they can do it younger. It's much easier. It's less intimidating. And the transition to live poker is, whatever it is, a little bit difficult. But you're one of the players that I think you primarily have been playing live for ages. And so this movement online, can you talk a little bit about what that's been like?
Yeah, so yeah, I used only to play live poker. I used to play live poker in Brazil. That's something important to point out. In Brazil, poker is not so old, for an example, like in America, where everybody plays poker. It's something maybe that started happening 20 years ago. So when I started playing poker, poker was booming, was new, and people were horrible, including myself. And you could make a good amount of money playing pretty bad. And this was something that made me not study so much as I should in the past, because I was comfortable making winnings and thinking that, okay, I'm good, I can make money, I don't have to put any effort. But then when I start traveling and competing in other countries and in bigger competitions, of course, I start to realize, okay, maybe I'm not so good. Maybe I was just playing against a bunch of people that are worse than I am. So I took a while to catch up and starting studying more. And definitely now that I'm playing online, and I wasn't an online player, I had another shock, because live poker in general is way easier than online poker. And it was a shock at the beginning. I was like, oh my God, am I really going to be able to do this? Because I realized I will have to study a lot more again, and things are very difficult and it's so competitive. But at the same way that I was struggling, things are going now a little better. It brought me this fire again, because I was a little lazy and not so passionate about poker anymore. And now I really want to improve and to beat the online games as well. And I know that once I'm better, when I play live, then things will be easier than they used to be before. So yeah, it brought me a new passion.
It's interesting, even I was talking to Daniel Negreanu last week and asking him, if he had the opportunity to do this challenge with Doug again, would he choose that? And, he mentioned that now, having all of this information and all of this studying and all of these things behind him, he's very happy to have done it and very excited moving forward. And again, that there was this sort of reinvigoration. And I think that's like any passion or any love you have. It's common for it to sort of die down a little bit, and then you've got to like stoke the flames and keep it moving. And one of the things that you have been doing that I only recently noticed is that you've started streaming, which adds a whole other element to playing online. Now, as a viewer, I really appreciate actually your candor in sharing that, you feel like you're really having to learn more and grow more. I think viewers appreciate that and like seeing that and feel like they're growing with you. But it's a whole other mess of problems and issues and stresses. So talk to me a little bit about the desire to stream and some of the hiccups and things that you found in your streaming.
So like I mentioned, I moved to Austria a little longer than 1 year ago, and we were in the middle of the pandemic. So I didn't travel this whole year for poker. I didn't see my friends. I was basically away from the world that I was used to. And I really missed this connection to the poker world. First of all, how to interact with people, how to engage with the community. And this is when streaming occurred to me. And I thought it could be a nice idea, a way to engage. It is definitely way more challenging than I thought it would be. There are so many things to manage. It's not just play poker and have a camera in your face. you really have to interact with everyone. You need to control the whole stream. You need to play at the same time. You have like 2 monitors, a mic here, music there, things to control at the same time. And I'm not so good in multitasking. I didn't know I wasn't so good, but then I realized I lost track of the times I just like timed out tables because I was looking to this monitor and then the other monitor was like, and I was so confused. So it's been a challenge. I improved since I started. That was like 3 weeks ago. But for sure, I have a lot of things to improve still. But I'm loving it. I've been receiving so much support, so much love. I'm creating a little community. There are those, I don't know, 20 guys who are there every single day, and they chat and they share a little bit of their experiences. And I created a Discord group. We've been discussing some strategies and creating a little virtual friendship. And of course, there are very rarely some trolls or haters, but compared to the amount of support and love that I've been receiving, this is nothing. And I'm just so happy that I started this new project. I'm exhausted. Like some days I stream for 12 and a half hours, 13 hours every day. And yeah, I'm happy. It's challenging.
So talk to me a little bit about first of all, how you're coming up with your sort of schedule, and then what kind of things are you streaming? What are you playing? Are you playing cash? Are you playing PLO? Are you playing like MTTs?
So my idea was to play MTTs and mix with other things. What I did on my first week, it was a mess. I wasn't focusing either in cash games. I was playing PLO cash games and MTTs on the side. I wasn't playing either game decently. I was playing both bad. So I decided that in general, I'm doing MTTs. And if I bust everything and it's too early to end the stream, then I'm going to play some PLO, or even close the stream and start a complete new stream with no delay and play some games. Can be Tetris, can be GeoGuessr, something that I did the other day. Basically, it's a Google game that they're gonna give you a picture of somewhere in the world and you have to guess where are you. And people were interacting, and I got myself a glass of wine, and people got at home something to drink as well, and we were chatting. Yeah, so I improvise a lot.
I think that's great. And I think, it's interesting because we've really seen, I think the poker community has received streaming and received this sort of Twitch in a way that a lot of other maybe niche industries might not be able to or wouldn't be so warm to. And especially in this pandemic, have you found a lot of other people who are trapped at home and feeling just kind of isolated?
Yeah, it's a lot. People miss live poker. And it's not just the live poker itself, it's the social contact, is the opportunity to travel, to meet to your friends, especially poker players. Of course, we have people in our lives that are not from the poker, but mostly are super old friends from childhood or family, because we have such crazy lives and schedules and we are always traveling. Or even if you play online, I wake up every day 2 in the afternoon. Like, people are coming back from work here where I live at this time. So it's even difficult to have friends who are not poker players. So live events are a chance to meet your people and to engage. So yeah, people comment, they really miss live poker, and now they're always on Twitch, and it's a way to interact. So it's not just me.
No, for sure. I was just reading an article last night that was talking about in Japan. I mean, this is sad, but a lot of people there have a huge rise in suicide, and they just appointed a minister of loneliness. I thought it was the most ridiculous title, but really funny, but basically someone to try to work on alleviating this loneliness, which seems to be such a pervasive experience right now for so many people. And I do think this virtual connecting is, I mean, it's what we have right now. And I actually think sometimes you are able to make connections virtually that might be more difficult to make in real life anyways. I think I know you, so I know you're a very approachable and warm person, but if I were just some random guy and I saw you, I would be so intimidated to talk to you. So I think, somehow even like the little bit of space that is created might open more space for people to come in that might not be able to at a live event. Now, I know you're not like deep in the annals of the 888 workings, but have you heard any word or rumors circulating? Is there any chances of a live event anytime soon?
So basically all depends on the government. We have regular meetings, the ambassadors of the team, and we discuss several subjects, and the live events, of course, is always the first one. When are we going to have live events? Depends on the travel restrictions. I think when governments allow traveling and people are vaccinated, it won't take long for us to have a live event, but it's uncertain right now.
Yeah, I think we're all getting really used to just living in uncertainty. That's the new normal. Well, but I know that 888 also is sort of revamping its online space. I think a lot more. We've seen a huge influx in fact, new players that we hadn't seen. And I don't know if this is across the board. I can't say 100% at 888, but through most of our other clients, we've seen really massive increases. And so, in some weird ways, maybe this has been a good thing for poker. Now, 888 made the choice to sort of switch up and just regenerate their schedule. I just saw the announcement this morning. I don't know how much you know about that, but that's exciting, I guess.
Super exciting. First of all, a couple months ago, we had the new software. That was a big achievement because it's something they were working for years. And everybody thinks, oh, it's very easy to come out with a new product, with everything figured out. It's not. It's a lot of work. And I know it's something they've been working for a long time, and it was a huge improvement. And now with the new tournament schedules, I'm super excited because we have some higher buying events, we have some better structures, and actually today is the first day of this new implementation. So it will be the first day I will be playing then. So I don't have so much insights as a poker player to give to you yet, but I took a look at the schedules and they look amazing. They look amazing. I'm super excited.
I missed that this new software came out. How did I miss this? I'm so inundated with my life has been so ridiculous. I think the last
it was a few months ago, and we also have now a new mobile app that is very nice. And at first there was no Omaha, but now it's complete. Now we have the Omaha, we have the new tournaments. So things are just better, and it's very easy usage. And people can play from everywhere. So sometimes I'm just want to play one tournament and I'm on the couch and I have here inside, I'm watching Netflix. I have Napoleon, my dog, on my lap. So yeah, for online poker players, life is good right now. Even though we are in the middle of a chaos, for poker, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, no, I've definitely been feeling grateful to be in this industry and this space when I've seen what's happened to lots of other friends and people that I know in different niches. Well, I'm really excited, sidebar, about the software. I know that they've been working on it really hard for many years, and I've been waiting patiently to see the big reveal. After all, I know they took tons of input from people and input from players, and then launched, soft launch, and then back more input, more, and that's the only way to I think make a really quality product. So I'm really excited for that. Now, for our listeners and audience who would like to find you both on just the interwebs and on your Twitch stream, where can they find you?
Okay, so that's easy. Basically, you just look on Twitch for Vivi Saliba. That's my Twitch channel. On Facebook, I'm Vivian Saliba. On Instagram, I'm vivi.saliba. But if you type Vivian Saliba, you're going to find myself as well. So basically, I always go with Vivi or Vivian and Saliba.
It's really easy.
So, yeah.
Keep it simple. Be careful. If you ever get married, you have to like rebrand everything. This is
I gotta keep my last name for sure.
You got to keep it. You've already got your brand going. Well, that's super easy. And also I was talking you on Twitter this morning and I saw like basically you only tweet if you're streaming. It's like, okay, there must be some like auto thing that tweets when you start streaming because it's like 80 tweets that just say that you're streaming. So if you guys want to know when Vivian is going to be streaming, you can follow her on Twitter and you will only get the notification when she's streaming. So.
I have a button here. I have Stream Decks, the name. It's basically something you configure like for animations during your stream. And I have a Twitter button. I just click and it puts, hey, I'm live in the link. So it's pretty easy. So this is why you have this on Twitter. But sometimes I post some other things. But the best social media to follow me is Instagram.
Yeah, fair. I'm there with you. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. It's so good to see your beautiful face from across the pond in a small town in Austria. I wish we got to see Napoleon. Like, where's the homie at?
Oh, he's not here now, I guess. No.
Mystery man. Just like a mystery man.
People can see Napoleon stream. You know, I have this camera. It's an extra camera just for him. And people can redeem channel points that they earn while they watch the stream and ask me to turn Napoleon camera on.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, that cracks me up. Okay. I definitely need to tune in.
He's part of the stream.
Okay, I'm on board. I'm definitely on board. All right, girlfriend. Well, enjoy your life. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it. And I'm super excited to see where this stream takes you. I'm sure it's going to be a big success.
Thank you so much. I miss you. I hope we can meet this year still.
Sweet baby Jesus.